Hi everybody, this is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka Boobot1970. This is my review for the day. And today's review, ladies and dudes, I promise to all of you that coming soon in November, I will do my movie review of The Dark Crystal and also my top 5 most shocking anime plot twists of all time. But this time, I'm going to do something different and something that nobody has never done before. And this time, it's going to be another short list. And for today's list, I'm going to do my top 3 most greatest ideas for an animation film. And I want to see this type of animation movie so badly in theaters, coming soon in the future, but I want to see a different type of movie. I want to see some good action, good comedy, romance, drama, or just some good heroes can kick some major butt. But anyway, I want to see something different and new. If a director, a producer, or whoever do movies, I just want to see something fresh and new that nobody has never seen before. So without further ado, ladies and dudes, let's head on to my top 3 most greatest ideas for an animation film. So let's get started at number 3. At number 3, I really want to see this animation movie so bad, and it has to be a 2-part event. And this movie I would like to see is a retelling story that involves one of my most favorite animes of all time. So anyway, for number 3, I would like to see a Basilisk retelling story. 2-part event. I don't know what's it going to be called for part 1 and 2, but anyway, I would like to see a different storyline where the Kogas and the Igas are going to finally get along and become friends. I would like to see Genosuke and Oboru's dream had finally came true, trying to get married and bring peace to both Kogas and Igas. And I would like to see Tenzin betraying the Iga clan for some unknown reason and joining forces with a group of samurais that we don't know of. Just make it a really good story that involves action, violence, drama, romance, comedy, some nudity, and a few sexual parts. Well, you get the story. I would like to see a different Basilisk story that is way more different than the manga or the TV series. So anyway, I'd like to see a retelling story of Basilisk, and it deserves to be at number 3. Okay, for number 2 will be, I'd really like to see a 90-minute feature film that involves one of our favorite boy band or men group of all time who can go to Japan and face some evil government or whatever who'll try to rule over the world, I guess. But anyway, for number 2, I would like to see a Backstreet Boys movie. I really like to see that type of movie so badly in theaters. I know back in 1999 there was gonna be an animated feature when the Backstreet Boys became superheroes and all that stuff, and they did release the action figures somewhere around the early 2000s, but sadly, we only seen one little clip from this movie, and they never showed it in America, and it's a frickin' shame. So anyway, ladies and dudes, I would like to see a Backstreet Boys movie so badly. And I would like to see the Backstreet Boys who can have so much different type of powers. I would like to see Brian becoming a priest, and he can hold a holy book and release type of magic spells or something. I would like to see AJ kicking some major butt and, driving on a motorcycle. I would love to see Kevin as the main leader of the group so he can lead his men to whatever destiny that they'll follow when there is some grave danger in Japan. So anyway, ladies and dudes, I would love to see a Backstreet Boys movie, and it needs to be action-packed, it needs to be exciting. Yeah, you can add some comedy in there, but I would like to see a story about brotherhood, friendship, and loyalty, and just combining themselves as one. So I think that would be an excellent movie to see, and that's why it deserves to be at number 2. Okay, for the number 1 most greatest idea for an animation film, it's going to be the most difficult one as the rest of them, I guess, but I would like to see a very good fan fiction story that involves 3 cool dudes. One who's a wizard, the other is a dude who wears a mask, and the last one is one of the most coolest assassin spies that you'll ever see in your life, who carries a gun. So anyway, for the number 1 most greatest idea for an animation film, the movie will be called The Bad A-Word Trio. I mean it, folks. I would like to see a 2-hour event of one of the most 3 coolest bad A-word dudes in movie history. I would love to see Alan Rickman as Professor Snape, Gerard Butler as one of the most coolest Phantoms ever in the Phantom of the Opera history, and most of all, Liam Neeson as Brian Mills. This is going to be a great fan fiction movie that nobody will never forget. I would love to see an action-packed film. It's going to be exciting, it's going to be entertaining, and I'd really like to see a story about 3 guys who met each other by accident in a battlefield, and they were thinking one of them became the enemy, but maybe they did it by accident or something, and somehow later on in the story they'll try to get along, become friends, and start working together to face their most greatest enemies that they'll ever face on Earth. So anyway, I would like to see a great action-packed movie with 3 coolest dudes ever. And I will say the Bad A-Word Trio will be the most epic masterpiece I would love to see in the future. So anyway, ladies and dudes, the Bad A-Word Trio deserve to be the number 1 most greatest idea for an animation film. Hands down. So anyway, ladies and dudes, that is my top 3 most greatest ideas for an animation film. I hope you enjoyed this list, and remember, ladies and dudes, I would love to see your own opinions about what kind of animation movie that you want to see so badly. It doesn't matter if this animation film that you like will come from America or in Japan. So anyway, ladies and dudes, leave a comment there and just let me know about what animation film that you really want to see so badly as one of the most coolest movies that you'll ever see in your life. So anyway, that is my list. Let's hear yours. And join me next time for my 11th movie review of The Dark Crystal. So anyway, this is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka Boobomb 187. Sayonara.